Hello everyone. Welcome back. Today we'll be flying leg 11 of the Germany bush trip. If you are new to this channel, let me introduce ourselves to you. We are avid TARs. Simulated beings that fly simulated airplanes. Today we will fly a good part of this leg over valleys and hills, which is from Ohlstadt Airfield to Bad Endorf Jolling Airport.
Yes, we are, Mike. Wouldn't you say we had an especially fun time flying over those mountains from our last leg 10? I had fun and can't wait to fly leg 11, hoping to see many more interesting sights.
According to the flight plan, we will be flying for about 27 minutes.
Maybe longer.
And we will fly for a distance of about 179 nautical miles.
Yes, we are, and as Mike mentioned earlier, we'll be flying from Ohlstadt Airfield to Bad Endorf, or more commonly called Jolling Airfield. Okay, Mike, that's it. Let's hit the continue button.
Sure thing. This new flight plan will take us to Tutzing, Ammersee, Pilsensee, Munich, Leitzachwerke, Simssee, and finally to Jolling, our last and final leg of this Germany bush trip. According to the template, on bottom left corner, visibility is 74.82 nautical miles, time is 9:56 a.m., winds is 5 knots at 23 degrees, and above mean sea level is at 1,000 feet. Which typically means that we are 1,000 feet above sea surface level.
And on this template on the bottom left corner, it shows the type of aircraft we are flying and its capabilities.
All right, Olivia, time to get this airplane off the ground. Let's click the ready to fly button.
I'm going to go ahead and read the nav log for instruction about Tutzing. Tutzing, once back in the air, set a north-northeasterly heading, and in 14.6 nautical miles you'll reach the town of Tutzing, which lies on the shore of the Starnberger Sea.
Thanks, Olivia. Let's see now. Altitude indicator tells me that we are at 2,170 feet at ground level. But I want to be at least 3,000 feet above ground, so that means I need to set the altitude indicator at about 5,000 feet. We should have enough fuel for about a 30-minute flight.
Looks like we are good to go for this last leg.
Time to get this thing moving. But first I must release the brakes. The brakes are a little touchy, aren't they?
I'm going to move the nav log out of the way so that you can see better.
Okay, let's do it.
Mike, you are getting too close to those trees.
Don't worry, I got this.
Making a slight left turn just avoided those trees. You were also cutting it close, Mike.
Gear up. I told you, I got this. Oops, wrong way. I need to make a left turn here.
That lake up ahead is Staffelsee, and neighboring that lake is Riegsee. Staffelsee in Bavaria is a lake in the Garmisch-Partenkirchen district of Bavaria, while Riegsee to the right on the Garmin map is a municipality in the Garmisch-Partenkirchen district in Germany. Staffelsee lies on the shores of the same name lake. That to the left is the town Murnau am Staffelsee. Murnau am Staffelsee is a market town in the Oberbayern region of Bavaria, Germany, in the district of Garmisch-Partenkirchen. The market originated around Murnau Castle in the 12th century. Located in the Bavarian Alps, Murnau lies about 43 miles south of Munich. Its west is dominated by the Staffelsee Lake, and its south by the Ammergau Alps, beginning with the Hornli and extending up to the Edler Mann, southwest of the Wetterstein.
I need to turn a little to the right to head north-northeast.
I think we need to move the VFR map out of the way so that you can see the scenery much better. That's Obersitzring. Obersitzring is a municipality in the district of Weilheim-Schongau in Bavaria.
I need to make another correction on the heading.
That VFR map is too far to the right. I'm going to adjust it. This is the area where we need to go. I'm also going to zoom in on the Garmin map to ensure that I'm at the right heading.
I see now that I need to make a slight right turn to head for that coastal lake.
Mike, can you set the prop a little? Flashing red light is on. Thanks, Mike. The town up ahead is Weilheim in Oberbayern. The city of Weilheim boasts an old city wall, historic houses, and a museum. In the late Roman era, graves were found that dated back to the Bronze Age. Weilheim is translated as a villa, or land estates, where the Romans lived. This theory, however, is not the only explanation for the name. An example is Julius Caesar brought Upper Bavaria under Roman control.
Now back to the cockpit. A little more to the right for Tutzing.
Again, there's another view of Weilheim to our left.
That, in front of us, is Tutzing.
There are many commuters to Munich from this town of 10,000, as well as retirees. Besides serving Munich's S-Bahn network, Tutzing is a regional train hub for Innsbruck, Mittenwald, Garmisch-Partenkirchen, Riot, Kochel, and Oberammergau.
Let's get back in front of the plane and take another look at Tutzing. Now to get back in the cockpit. Let's go ahead and make a left turn to our next destination, Ammersee. Let's see what the navlogs say about Ammersee Lake. From Tutzing, head to the northeast and you will soon pass over Ammersee, a lake that was formed in a depression from a glacier during the Ice Age. Let's make another heading change for Ammersee Lake.
That town beside Ammersee Lake is Herschingham Ammersee, or loosely translated to Hersching on Lake Ammersee. In addition to its water sports and as a starting point for trips to the Benedictine Abbey at Andechs, the village is the terminus of the Munich S-Bahn line S8. The steamships of the Bavarian Schifffahrt or Lake Fleet can be toured in Hersching.
Now back to the airplane. I guess we're close enough to the lake, so let's go on to the next destination. Pilsensee. Turn to the northeast and you'll soon reach the oval-shaped Pilsensee, another spectacular Bavarian alpine lake. According to the Garmin map, we almost passed Pilsensee Lake. I need to make a sharp right turn here.
Things like that happen when we are enjoying beautiful sights of Germany.
We are now heading northeast. But the lake we're after is to the right of us. I need to scoot over to the right a little bit to take a look at the lake. Excuse me while I jump to your seat.
Watch it, buddy. Even though I am an avatar, I still have my own safe space.
I still can't see the lake. I need to go outside instead. Hang on for a second. There. Now to take a look to the right of us. There it is, Pilsensee Lake.
Thank goodness you're off my seat. Surrounding the lake is what appears to be two towns, but really it's only one. The town of Seefeld. Seefeld is located in the Austrian state of Tyrol. There is cross-country skiing available in that area, which is surrounded by the Wetterstein and Karwendel ranges.
That's very interesting.
The Garmin map shows that we are heading or will be flying over Wesslinger Sea. In Wesseling, Germany, during the Würm glaciation, natural formation of the terrain had created a kettle hole in Lake Wesseling. Despite having no natural tributaries, the lake was near hypoxic in the 20th century due to fertilizers used in its catchment area. In order to solve this problem, an oxygen pump was installed in the middle of the lake in the 1970s, which greatly improved the ecological balance of the lake.
Thanks, Olivia. According to the navlog, we will need to make another heading adjustment for Munich. Google Maps says that Munich is right around here.
Let's put away the VFR map and bring up the navlog.
I'll read the next destination. Munich. Continue on your northeasterly course, and in just under 16 nautical miles you'll reach Munich, the capital and most populous city in Bavaria. Making a slight left turn for Munich. I do believe that Munich is ahead of us.
That is correct, Mike. The year 1158 is the first time the city is mentioned. Despite being overrun by Protestant Swedes during the 30-Year War, Catholic Munich resisted the Reformation and was at a political point of divergence. Eventually, Munich became a major European center of arts, architecture, culture, and science after Bavaria became a sovereign kingdom in 1806. That, over there, is the Munchen electric power plant. GE, General Electric, is upgrading 2 GE gas turbines and generators at Stadtwerke Munchens, SWM for short, combining heat and power plant in Munich. GE's gas turbine upgrade solution increases plant output by up to 30 megawatts, increases efficiency by 3%, and thus reduces fuel costs. SWM's commitment to green energy supply is an important step in reducing CO2 emissions.
Now back to the airplane. It's time for our next destination.
Leitzachwerke. Turn 90 degrees to the southeast at Munich and travel 21 nautical miles to Leitzachwerke hydroelectric facility.
What is a hydroelectric facility?
It's an impoundment facility, usually a large hydroelectric system, which stores river water in a reservoir. An electric generator generates electricity by spinning a turbine, which is powered by water released from the reservoir.
That's very interesting. Can't wait to see it up close. Let's make a slight right turn for that facility.
When we get close to it, we will learn more on how it's being used with a specific carrier for that specific area.
Navlog says to turn right at 136 heading. Let's do that now. All right, it's set at 136, but I think I'll remain at the current heading.
That to our left is Leitzachwerke.
Let's go outside to the rear of the airplane for a minute. Looks like we have a group of fellow sim pilots flying off to the right there. Let's go up ahead and down to the surface. There is Highway 8, traveling from north to south, and Highway 99, traveling from west to east.
That's the city of Taufkirchen, a small community south of Munich, near Oberaching and Unteraching in Bavaria, southern Germany. And that is Henkerchen-Sigürzbrunn. It is a municipality in Upper Bavaria, situated south of Munich. Helschen-Heringsen-Unterscher is the longest city name in Germany, which is Helschen-Heringsen-Unterscher.
All right, let's get back to the plane. And into the cockpit.
Mike, although it's nice and sunny out there, can you turn on the light in the cockpit? Seems like it's not as bright in here as it is outside.
Sure thing, Olivia. I'll just turn the switch on right here. There.
I believe I see the hydroelectric facility from here.
Where?
I see it just before the mountains on the horizon.
Oh yes. Now I see it. I'm making a slight heading adjustment to fly right over the facility. Let's go outside the airplane for a minute. Now let's go up ahead.
This town is Feldkirchen-Westerham. It is a municipality in the district of Rosenheim, in Bavaria.
Just checking the location.
You doubt my navigation?
Of course not. I just like the name, Leitzachwerke. It sounds original.
Of course, Mike, of course. I say this sarcastically. There it is, the Leitzachwerke facility. The construction of the 6.7-kilometer-long supply tunnel from Leitzach and the construction of 2 dams on the Simssee Lake led to the start of power production in Wagen in 1913. By utilizing the 128 meters altitude difference to Ammersee, 4 turbines with each a capacity of 4 megawatts were generated, giving a total capacity of 16 megawatts. There were 2 new turbines added in 1919 and 1929, each with 5 megawatts, making a total of 24 megawatts. A pump storage power plant with an underwater basin capable of holding 800,000 cubic meters was created during the last expansion, transforming the plant into a pump storage power plant. The tunnel from Magfall and Schleierich was also completed in 1929, increasing the performance of the Simssee Lake.
All right, now, let's get back to the airplane and descend again.
This is Bruckmühl. Bruckmühl is a market town in the district of Rosenheim, in Bavaria. There's a 1,000-year-old lime tree here, which is only a snapshot in time since Bruckmühl has been inhabited for a few thousand years. Under the foundation of the Bruckberg Mansion, formerly owned by Dr. Schanzenbid, personal physician to King Ludwig, were found Roman coins. During the folk festival held here every year since 1952, there's more music around town. Catch the cycle racing night, which is held every year since 1991. Take a leisurely bicycle ride around the countryside to enjoy the graceful and serene surroundings.
Let's go ahead and see what the navlog has to say about our next destination. Head east and travel 14.6 nautical miles to Simssee, a lake in Bavaria's alpine foothills.
To our left is Bad Aibling. In the period from about 500 BC until 15 BC, Celtic tribes settled in Bad Aibling and its surroundings. In the 5th century AD, it was eventually settled by Bavarian tribes after Roman occupation. The first mention of Bad Aibling as Epening occurred in the year 804. Bad Aibling was a center of administration under the Falkenstein counts in medieval times. Codex Diplomaticus Falkensteinensis mentions it as Aibelingen in 1166. It became a part of the Wittelsbach family's realm following the extinction of the Neuburg-Falkenstein dynasty. This area is the city of Rosenheim. It lies in Upper Bavaria and is an independent unit of government and a center of business for its residents. The Inn, Valley Glacier, and Rosenheim Lake progressed during the last ice age and formed the landscape around Rosenheim. Approximately 10,000 years ago, the lake covered the entire Inn Valley, all the way to Wasserburg Am. Inn River is about 25 kilometers, 16 miles, north of Rosenheim. You can still see the former shoreline in many parts of the city today, where flat beds of the lake suddenly rise into steep embankments. That's the Inn River with Rosenheim to the right, and to the left of the river is Stephanskirchen.
Now, let's get behind the plane and into the cockpit. Okay, a little right heading adjustment and we should be at Simssee very soon.
As you can see, ahead of us is Simssee, an alpine foothill lake in Bavaria. Lake Rosenheim is the largest lake in Rosenheim district, with a surface area of 4 square miles at an elevation of 470 meters. It is 22.5 meters deep at its deepest point. The lake empties into the Simms River. There is about a 1.5-year retention period for the Simssee, whose catchment area is 37 square miles. At the end of the Würm glaciation, Lake Rosenheim spanned the entire area.
There's the lake, right in front of us. Can you swim in Simssee Lake?
You can swim, sail, fish or just sit at the Seewerkgaststätte or guest house at Ecking, enjoying the view while sipping a Weissbier beer when the weather is good.
Looks like the left tank is half empty, while the right tank is showing full. I think I will go ahead and switch tanks so that I can even out the wings and balance the airplane. There. That is Simssee. What I need to do for the next leg is to head northeast to this area here named Bad Endorf. Time to make a heading change for Bad Endorf.
Will you look at that? We are already over Bad Endorf. There is a busy health spa and gym in the town, along with the German Federal Police's Winter Sports Training Center, which has produced multiple medal winners at the Winter Olympics, including speed skater Claudia Pechstein.
Really, very interesting. We're getting close to our final destination. Better get ready and turn off the autopilot and descend to a reasonable altitude and prepare for landing. According to the Garmin map, the airport is to our left, so it's time to make another heading change. Reducing throttle.
Warning light is chiming.
Got it, thanks. Now to look for the airport. Still descending. All right, here's where I level off. I'm still looking for the airport.
So am I. It's hard to see the airport, only because the airport is really a grassy field, like the rest of this area.
The Garmin map says we are right over the airport, but I still can't see it.
Try again, Mike. Turn around. Make a U-turn.
Right. All right, we're about to pass over it again, but still can't see it. Unbelievable.
There it is, Mike, to our right.
Got it.
You're getting too close to my right, Mike. Can you move over to your position, please?
Sorry. Let's take another look outside. there's Jolling Airfield. I think I'll go ahead and make a U-turn and fly into the airport here. Gear down. Oops, I overcorrected. Might as well land on the other end of the runway. 15 degrees of flap. All right, another U-turn. Full flaps. There it is, time to make a sharp left turn.
Take your time, Mike. Careful, Mike, stall warning is on.
Touchdown. You know, after all we've been through trying to find this airport, I forgot to bring up the next leg on the navlog.
What do you mean, Mike?
We gave a brief description of each leg we have flown to, but on the last leg, we did not read the directions to Jolling.
Well, at least we made it okay, and I am happy to finish this leg.
So am I. Alright, this is our last and final Germany bush trip, and thank you for watching leg 11 of the Germany bush trip. If you can, hit the like button and also the subscribe button, it would be appreciated. That way we can continue giving you more outstanding videos like this. Thank you again, see you on our next adventure of the Microsoft Flight Simulator bush trip. This is Mike.
And Olivia, have a great day.